sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Hatima Tova. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Hatima Tova. A holy day, a solemn day, a day to set aside. On Yom Kippurim, from our sins we will not hide. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Hatima Tova.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year. Shabbat Shalom. Good Yontif. It is so nice to see all of your faces here. We're so glad that you're here on this very important, very holy, and very sweet day. Today is a really important day. We're going to be talking to God and talking to each other. We're going to be remembering how to say some really important things like I'm sorry, and I forgive you, and I love you. But before we get into the prayers of our service, we're going to get ourselves ready to sing and pray.
The melodies of our holidays echo through the years. They link us to the generations past and future. So we're going to warm up our voices to be ready for this special day of praying together. So repeat after me. Yai, lai, 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 lai.
Yai, lai, 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 lai.
Yai, lai, 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 lai.
Yai, lai, 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 lai.
Yai, lai, 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 lai.
Yai, lai, 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 lai.
Yai, lai, lai, lai.
Yai, lai, lai, lai.
And now with so many beautiful voices in this room, we rise for Baruch Hu.
Baruch Adonai, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated, friends. One of the most important ways that we learn how to celebrate our special days during the year is from our families. Our families are the roots that we have that help us grow and teach us how to live our lives and make our days meaningful. In just a minute, we're going to invite you into some family conversations, but wait until you hear the directions about what you're going to share with the people that you love. If you are a grown-up in your family, you are going to share with the kids in your family a memory you have of something special from a holiday you celebrated growing up. That's the grown-ups assignment. Kids, your assignment is to share with your grown-ups something special about celebrating these holidays together this year. Something you love, something meaningful, something sweet about celebrating these holidays together. Everybody know your directions? Everybody understand? Okay, go.
So, I rise for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. After our Shema comes our Ve'ahavta, love Adonai. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. With all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Take these words that I command this day and keep them in your heart. Take these words that I command this day and keep them in your heart. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God. Love Adonai your God.
On Yom Kippur, we think through the last year and we think about some of the times that maybe we're not so proud of. Some of the times where maybe we didn't share well, some of the times where maybe we didn't speak respectfully to our grown-ups, some of the times maybe we lost our temper or we didn't make good choices. And we want to think about the fact that it's okay to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Even the grown-ups make mistakes. But on Yom Kippur, we have the opportunity to try our best to fix those mistakes. We might need to say those really hard words, I'm sorry. We might need to say I'm sorry to our siblings. We might need to say, I'm sorry to our friends. We might need to say, I'm sorry to our grown-ups. We might need to say, I'm sorry to God. We might even need to say, I'm sorry to myself for not being my best self. So while we are thinking about the moments from this last year where we might need to apologize before this day is over, we're going to sing a song about apologizing and trying to do better in the future.
I'm sorry for what I did wrong. I'm sorry for what I did wrong. I'll try to do better no matter whatever. I'm sorry for what I did wrong. I'll try to be the best that I can be. I'll try to do what is right and be the best I can be.
There are a lot of people whose job it is to take care of us. Our parents, our grandparents, our teachers, the other important grown-ups in our life, and all of them want us to make good choices every day. And you know, God wants us to make good choices too, and this is a prayer that reminds us how important it is that we do the right things, and it asks us to make promises to God that we will make even better choices in the next year. In just a minute, we're going to open up the doors of the ark, and we're going to sing that same melody we just learned with the traditional Hebrew words. And so now, as we go up to open the ark, I want to invite all of you to stand up.
Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Poneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu ma'asi, Asei banu, Tzedaka
Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Haolam Omein. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Haolam Omein.
Please be seated. I want to teach you a new Hebrew word today. The word is kedoshim. Can you say kedoshim? Excellent. The word kedoshim means holy. And it's a special part of the Torah that tells us how to be holy. We read it today on Yom Kippur because today is a day that we think extra hard about how we behave and act in the world and apologize for times we acted in ways that hurt other people, the world, or even God. We read these words to remind us how God wants us to act. I invite everyone who knows it to join with us in the opening blessing.
Baruch
Hu et Adonai Hamvarah, Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, ve'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai
noten haTorah. Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el kol adat bnei Yisrael, ve'amarta alehem kedoshim tihiyu, ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem.
Now that we have heard the beautiful chanting of the Hebrew from the Torah, we invite up our director of Becker School, Rachel Spector McAdam, and Lucy Mossbacher, principal of the Helfman Religious School, to lead us in a reading to help us understand what the Torah is telling us and all the ways that the Torah teaches us to be holy. We will read these responsively.
The Torah says, "You shall be holy because I am holy," and gives us ideas for how we can be holy like God.
We are holy when we are kind to our parents.
We are holy when we celebrate Shabbat and take time to rest.
We are holy when we take care of hungry people who need help.
We are holy when we tell the truth.
We are holy when we are nice to our neighbors.
We are holy when we forgive people and don't stay mad.
We are holy when we treat others the way we want to be treated.
We are holy when we act like God.
Thank you so much. We join together now in the closing blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
So, Cantor, I think we need some help here. We're at the part of a service that we really need the help of our friends.
We do.
Because we are going to dress the Torah. Do you think you can help us dress the Torah? Please rise.
Dress the Torah, we can dress the Torah. Dress the Torah, we can dress. First we put the belt around. First we put the belt around. Belt around. Belt around. Oh, dress the Torah, we can dress the Torah. Dress the Torah, we can dress. Next we put the cover on. Next we put the cover on. Cover on. Belt around. Belt around. Oh, dress the Torah, we can dress the Torah. Dress the Torah, we can dress. Next we put the yad upon. Next we put the yad upon. Yad upon. Yad upon. Cover on. Cover on. Belt around. Belt around. Oh, dress the Torah, we can dress the Torah. Dress the Torah, we can dress. Next we put the crowns on top. Next we put the crowns on top. Crowns on top. Crowns on top. Yad
So I want to tell you a story. Long ago, in a land far away, there was a little boy named Natan. And he loved plants and flowers. And whatever he planted would grow to the most magnificent, beautiful plant. And all over his village, there were beautiful plants and flowers. And people loved to walk around because it just smelled so fragrant. And the king of that same village, well, he also loved plants and flowers. And the king, he tended his own garden, refusing for anyone in the kingdom to help him because he loved it so much. And as he got older, he realized, I'm not going to be able to be king forever. I better figure out who's going to be the next king to make sure that my kingdom is safe. But I'm not sure who to choose. And the king didn't have any children, so the king had a brilliant idea. Everyone in this village, everyone in this kingdom loves the flowers. I'm going to let the flowers decide. And so the king sent out a royal decree and asked all of the children of the village to come. And he gave each of the children of the village a special seed. And he said, with this seed, you're going to plant it and come back in a year, and I'm going to let the flowers decide who gets this kingdom. So I want you to take very good care of it and grow the most beautiful thing you can. And with this special seed, come back, and you'll show me what you did. Well, Natan was very excited because Natan was wonderful at growing things. And all the children, the idea of being the king, they were jumping up and down. I could be the king, I could be the queen. They were so excited, and they took their special seed in their hand and they carried it home very carefully so as not to drop it or lose it. And when they carried it home, they started to take care of it. Now Natan, he planted that seed in the richest soil he could find. He watered it. He gave it sunshine. He gave it a little fertilizer. And every day he kept watching that seed to see if there would be a little sprout. And he watched and watched, and nothing happened. So he thought, well, maybe I need better soil. And so Natan goes and he gets the best soil he can, and he puts it all around the plant, puts it around the seed, and he waters it, and he makes sure it's in the right spot for the sun to hit it, and he puts some fertilizer on it, and he watches, and he watches, and every day he gets up and nothing. Well, almost a year later, every day he's going through this, he decides, I'm going to transplant this seed. Maybe it doesn't like the pot that it's growing in. And he puts it in the most beautiful pot with the best soil, and he waters it, and he feeds it, and he leaves it in the sun. And when it gets too hot, he moves it out of the sun. And nothing. Well, when a year is up, the king says it's time for all the children to come back with their seeds. And in walked the children with what they planted. Here they are. All the children are walking in. Some had little plants, some had medium plants, some had giant plants, some were dark green and nubby, some were leafy and sort of all over the place, some were quite tall. And so all the children brought their plants, and the king walked up and down looking at all the children of the village's plants, and he was sort of perplexed. He didn't really know what to make of the whole situation. He sort of scratched his head and nodded, assessing each one and sort of looking at each of the children. And then Natan arrived. So Natan came late, looking very, very sad. He carried in his pot. He was so sad, he had been crying. It was so upsetting to him that his pot was empty. And he arrived heartbroken. And he couldn't understand why all the other pots had these green plants and his had nothing. Absolutely nothing. And when he arrived and the king looked at Natan's empty pot, the king said, Natan, what is that? Why did you bring me an empty pot? And Natan said, King, I did everything I could. I gave it good soil, I gave it water, I repotted, I gave it light, I gave it knowledge, I did everything I could, and I'm so good at this, but I tried my best, and nothing happened. The seed didn't grow. And the king smiled, a giant smile. Natan, you have brought yourself, your real self, because the seed that I handed to each of the children was baked, which means it would never grow. And you, Natan, you were courageous and brave to bring an empty pot that shows you are an honest boy. You are an honest and good person, willing to do your best. And a child who is willing to do their best and try and be honest, that is the person that shall rule my kingdom.
Thank you for that sweet story and amazing acting by our new executive director, Beryl. We so appreciate you. We come to an important part of Yom Kippur, this ancient prayer called Ashamnu. It's a way of saying the things we have done wrong together as a group. While we sing these words, we tap our hearts gently, like we are asking our hearts to open up. And we think about how we can do better in this new year. Please rise. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. Aye, aye, aye.
Ashamnu,
Bagadnu,
Bagadnu,
Gazalnu,
Gazalnu,
Dibarnu Dofi,
Dibarnu Dofi.
Ay, 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 ay. We've made mistakes.
We've made mistakes.
We've done bad things.
We've done bad things.
But this is what the new year brings.
The new year brings
A chance to change.
a chance to change,
A chance to grow.
a chance to grow.
With one first step.
With one first step,
Nice and slow.
nice and slow.
So tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
May be seated. I have just a few quick thank yous and announcements. First of all, we want to say thank you to the educators who have joined us on the Bima today. Lucy Mossbacher, Rachel Spector McAdams, Melissa Carson, Michelle Frankfurt, Shelley Schaefer, Beverly Shapiro, Todd Weiss, and Sophie Zimmerman. We are so glad that you are representing all of our wonderful teachers this morning. As we prepare for our morning service, it would be very helpful if you can make your way kind of directly out of this room after the service so we can get switched over for our next service, which will begin shortly. We hope that you will join us as we kick off next Jewish holiday with Sukkot on Sunset on Sunday from 4 to 7. Please help a week from Sunday. Please help us to plan for your presence by registering in advance on our website.
Every one of us can be a source of blessing. It means that we can bestow on others, we can help add blessing and goodness to their lives. And so I'm going to ask you to rise and wrap your arms around people that you love as we bestow upon all of you this special blessing from our tradition. And keep you. May the light of God's presence shine down upon you and be very sweet and gracious to you. May God's goodness always be turned to you and grant you peace.
We have one more thing we need to do this morning, although I do want to also say a big thank you to Brad Lennox for adding so much beauty and music to our service. We're so grateful to have you on our team. And now we've got a little bit of shofar to blow. And so we're going to begin with the blessing for the blowing of shofar.
אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לשמוע קול שופר.
אמן.
תקיע, שברים, תרועה, תקיע גדולה.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, boys, girls, everybody, we're so happy that you are here with us today to do this important holy work of saying, I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you. We hope that this year is a year of goodness and sweetness that brings you closer to all the people you love and closer to the kind of person you want to be in this new year. Shabbat Shalom, Shana Tova.